Hello and welcome to another edition of News Showcase. I am Priya, Tamil Nadu's first artificial intelligence news presenter. Detectives from the NIA searched the homes and properties of leaders of the Naam Tamilar party in Tamil Nadu. According to reports, the searches followed complaints that the political outfit received funds from supporters of the disbanded Tamil Tiger rebels LTTE of Sri Lanka. The party reportedly claims it is inspired by the rebels. Reports said NIA officials conducted the raids in Chennai and several cities and towns across Tamil Nadu and seized digital devices, cell phones and SIM cards. The Sri Lankan separatist group was banned in India during the height of the insurgency in the 1990s before they were defeated by the army. Champai Soren, a seasoned leader of the Jharkhand Mukti Morcha, has been sworn in as the chief minister of the eastern state of Jharkhand. He replaced Hemant Soren, who was arrested on Wednesday in a land fraud case and sent to jail. According to reports, Soren, who has the backing of 47 lawmakers in the legislature, stepped up pressure on Governor C.P. Radhakrishnan to install him as chief minister. Soren's slim lead raised worries about the risk of opposition groups persuading lawmakers to switch sides to prevent him from forming a government. Known as the Tiger of Jharkhand, Soren played a prominent role in the campaign for statehood for the region. He was elected 7 times to the state legislature and served as transport minister previously. The Supreme Court dismissed a petition by Hemant Soren challenging his detention in the money laundering case. His custody has been extended by 5 days after his arrest on Wednesday. The petition said the enforcement director, which is investigating the case, had overstepped its powers and destabilized an elected state government. Investigators alleged that Soren is involved in a rupee 600 crore land fraud and the proceeds were used illegally. Earlier, he approached the High Court against the summons issued by the investigators before he turned himself in to the authorities in the state capital Ranchi. Vijay has become the latest Tamil actor to launch a political party and appointed himself as its president. TVK or Tamil Winners Party, which is the rough English translation of its name, comes just months ahead of the general elections. Reports said the party has begun the process of registering with the Election Commission of India. Vijay is the son of well-known film director Chandrasekhar, and some of the lines in his films have touched upon sensitive topics of public importance, sometimes criticizing the policies of the government. For over 10 years, Vijay has been nurturing his political ambitions, and his fan bases have participated in welfare and philanthropic endeavors. India has increased its development assistance to the Maldives by 50% from 400 crore rupees to 600 crores in response to a request from the External Affairs Ministry. Despite the 400 crore allocation last year, the revised estimates show that the country actually spent 770 crore rupees. This indicates that compared to last year, India has provided the Maldives with 22% less development aid this year. Under the leadership of the archipelago's pro-China president Mohamed Muizzu, the Maldives is perceived to be sliding away from its longtime ally India. Muizzu ordered a small Indian military contingent to leave the country, and a row over derogatory comments about India by Maldivian lawmakers plunged ties to a new low recently. The United States has approved the sale of MQ-9B Sea Guardian drones to India in a deal that is said to be worth $4 billion. The necessary certification has been issued by the Defense Security Cooperation Agency, alerting the U.S. Congress to the potential sale. While on a state visit to the U.S. last year, India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi planned to buy 31 Sky Guardian drones, and the agreement marks a significant turning point in defense ties between the two nations. The Indian Army and Air Force will receive 8 each of the land-based Sky Guardian drones, while the Indian Navy will receive 15 of them. India is expected to use the drones in the Indian Ocean region and along its border with China. Congress lawmaker in Karnataka D.K. Suresh has clarified, after an uproar following his remark about southern India as a separate country, he said it was only meant to draw attention to southern states not receiving their fair share of tax returns. His comments followed the national interim budget, which was presented in Parliament on Thursday. The Chief Minister of Karnataka Siddaramaiah, also from the Congress party, disagreed and said, in a federal system one can ask for what belongs to him, but not a separate nation. The BJP, which runs India's federal government, made a sharp attack on the Congress party over the separate country remark. Reports say 2 other southern states, Tamil Nadu and Kerala, had also complained about distribution of funds by the federal authorities. Poonam Pandey, a model and Bollywood actor, passed away on Thursday from cervical cancer. According to her manger, she was 32 and died at her home in Uttar Pradesh, and her funeral was likely to be held there. Her death was announced in a statement posted on her official Instagram account. Her manager told a media outlet that she was recently diagnosed with cancer and it was in the advanced stage. Poonam Pandey made her screen debut in 2013 in Bollywood with the movie Nasha, but she rose to fame after taking part in the reality show Lock Up, and she was a popular social media influencer. Pandey was a varied personality and admired for her active participation in charitable causes and on social media. Authorities say more than 25 lakh people visited the Ram temple since its inauguration less than 2 weeks ago in the town of Ayodhya. The temple trust said over 11 crore rupees in donations were collected during the period, of which rupees 8 crore came as offerings placed in donation boxes, and the rest by way of checks and online payments. The temple, built at a cost of 1,800 crore rupees, was unveiled in a grand ceremony attended by thousands and watched by millions online in India and around the world. The temple also brought a swanky look to the town, with state-of-art public facilities, in anticipation of large numbers of visitors and devotees to the town. Significant snowfall in Himachal Pradesh closed schools and colleges till Saturday, as the weather service forecast rain in some parts of the region in the next 2 days. Snowfall was reported in the upper regions of the state, including the districts of Shimla, Champai, and Lahaul Spiti. The popular tourist destination of Manali in Kulu district was also covered in layers of snow. The snow season attracts many tourists to the state, which steps up revenues for the tourism-dependent businesses in the region. The state is best known for its cool weather, skiing, and high-altitude outdoor activities on rugged mountainous terrain. Malaysian authorities have reduced former Prime Minister Najib Razak's 12-year prison term for corruption by half. The country's pardons board also lowered the 210 million ringgit penalties that was levied against him to 50 million. To ensure his release in August 2028, Najib needs to pay this in full. The ex-premier was convicted of wrongdoing involving a state-owned wealth fund and jailed in 2022. Major repercussions were felt throughout Southeast Asia at the time, as high-profile figures are rarely held responsible for their actions. The imprisonment of Razak was praised as a unique instance of accountability. People familiar with matter said that the Pardons Board's decision was leaked, seemingly in an effort to control potential public outcry. Officials have said the US has approved plans for a series of strikes on Iranian targets in Syria and Iraq. They said the strikes will happen across several days, and the timing of their launch would probably depend on the weather. It follows the Sunday drone attack that claimed the lives of 3 US soldiers in Jordan near the Syrian border. The attack was attributed by the US to a militia group supported by Iran. It is thought that the Islamic resistance in Iraq is made up of several militias that have received equipment, financial support, and training from Iran's Revolutionary Guards organization. Iran has denied any involvement in the incident that left 41 other US citizens injured. A letter warning that their own country's policies on the Israel-Gaza war could amount to grave violations of international law was signed by more than 800 active officials in the US and Europe. The transatlantic statement said their administrations run the risk of being involved in one of the worst human catastrophes of this century and claims that their professional advice has been ignored. It is the most recent indication of serious dissatisfaction inside the administrations of some of Israel's most important Western partners. A U.S. government officer who has over 25 years of expertise in national security and signed the declaration expressed worries about the continuous dismissal of their concerns. Public servants from the U.S., the EU, and 11 European nations, including the UK, France, and Germany, have signed the statement. 7-time Formula One world champion Lewis Hamilton is making an unexpected switch to Ferrari in 2024, as Mercedes confirmed on Thursday that he would be leaving the team. Reports said, in 2019, Hamilton had talks about joining Ferrari. Hamilton had signed a 2-year contract with Mercedes, but it had a condition letting him depart after just 1 season. According to a number of sources, Hamilton's contract with Ferrari was signed quickly since the team was negotiating with Spanish driver Carlos Sainz, who declared he would be quitting the team before the end of the current season. In the drivers' standings, Hamilton was placed 3rd in 2023 and 6th in 2022. Thank you for watching. I am Priya, Tamil Nadu's first artificial intelligence news presenter. Do tune in, same time tomorrow, for a roundup of the latest news and updates in India and around the world.